Yeah?
Just look for the Dust Bowl elbows.
We have those?
Oh, yeah. But Jergens Original Cherry Almond Lotion keeps away the elbow drought. Smell it.
I love it.
This one had a lot of husbands.
And hydrating coconut lotion. Jergens.
Okay, everyone. Our mission is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Ensure with 27 vitamins and minerals. Now introducing Ensure Complete with 30 grams of protein.
Whoa.
And then what?
Reality TV's all-time oddest couple, right? Well, 15 years after the surreal life ended, it's coming back. A new version will include Dennis Rodman, Tamar Braxton, Stormy Daniels, and how about Frankie Muniz, just for fun, to throw in there.
I used to love this show. I'm so excited.
I'm pumped.
This was just like the real world, but with celebrities. And E.T. went behind.
Happening now.
A group of housing advocates are voicing their concern about the mayor's next pick for Housing Commission. Coming up, who they believe should fill that position.
The city's fight against COVID-19 continues, but there's a new face at the forefront. We talked with the new director of Metro Health.
Splash and dash showers to talk about. We'll take a close look at radar, and I'll let you know when the weather pattern dries out in just a moment. The news at 5 starts right now. And we want to start with radar, taking a look at the activity that's moving through San Antonio as we speak. Yes, scattered elsewhere across South Texas as well, but some heavy rainfall starting south of San Antonio, pushing northward, and it's coming in a few rounds. This is actually round two for parts of the city and Bexar County, and this is pretty widespread. Skies look very dark, looks very ominous, nothing severe here. This is heavy rainfall with some lightning and thunder and a few gusts of wind, maybe up to about 40 miles per hour. Leading edge of it right now, basically moving through downtown, approaching the Pearl and pushing northward, just moving through Lackland as well. And you look down to the south, here's another batch. So we'll have this initial batch moving through and then another one thereafter. Let's time out this initial batch. Wind crests at about 5:04, so just within a couple of minutes. Leon Valley at about 5:08, Schertz 5:13, Chavano Park at about 5:17, and making it to Bulverde at 5:35. We're going to keep tracking this, and of course I'll have a full update coming up in just a couple of minutes. And we've got Saharan dust to talk about and a big change in our weather pattern. All that coming up, Ursula.
Busy summer day. Thank you, Adam. Now to some breaking news in Boerne. A man is dead after being fatally shot by a Boerne police officer during a confrontation this morning.
According to Boerne PD, the suspect is 25-year-old Colin Condon. He died around 1 this morning at a home near the 200 block of Rosebud Street in Boerne. 2 Boerne police officers and 1 Kendall County Sheriff's deputy responded to the scene after one person reported shots being fired. Another person reported someone trying to enter their home. They found one house with bullet holes in a window of a room where a child was sleeping. They say the child wasn't hit. According to Boerne police, Condon was seen standing outside another home in the same neighborhood.
At one point, they say he knelt behind tall bushes and came back up with a weapon. They say they asked him to drop that weapon several times, but instead they say Condon pointed at the officers and the deputy, and one officer opened fire, killing him. The officer who fired the shot, Brandon Goudreau, is a 3-year veteran of Boerne PD. He is currently on administrative duty. The Texas Rangers are now investigating.
The Gonzales County Sheriff's Office wants you to be on the lookout for this man. Juan Mario Garcia III escaped the Gonzales County Jail last night. Hasn't been caught yet. They say he jumped a fence, took off running while he was outside for recreational activities. If you have any information, call Gonzales Police Department. Call the Gonzales Police Department at 830-672-8686.
The trial of Otis McCain continuing today. He is on trial for the murder of SAPD Detective Benjamin Marconi.
The jury now getting a look at the video of McCain's interrogation. Erica Hernandez has been covering this case. She joins us live from the Bexar County Courthouse. Erica, some of the claims that McCain made during his interrogation are coming up today in this trial, correct?
Yeah, that's correct, Steve. Right now, that almost 3-hour interrogation video is still being shown to the jury right now. Now, this is the interview between lead detective Mark Duke and Otis McCain. Now, this interview was done right after McCain was arrested on November 21st, 2016. He was brought to an interview room at Public Safety Headquarters. The first hour and 15 minutes, McCain is alone in the room until Detective Duke walks in to start questioning him. We get a really good look at McCain's demeanor. At first, he complains about how he was treated at the time of his arrest.
He jumped me out the car and he slammed me on the SUV. One of the officers threw my chest against the window, like as if, push back. Like, come on, like, I know you want to do something.
Now, during the interview, McCain remains fairly calm, but goes on to say he was shot at during his arrest, which contradicts what several SWAT officers testified to yesterday, saying no shots were fired. Now, this is also the first time we see any reaction from McCain in the courtroom. He began to cry while seeing video of himself cry during the interrogation. We'll have more on that live at 6. Steve?
Thank you, Erica. We'll see you then. We've learned the name of a man killed after veering into traffic Tuesday. He's been identified as 26-year-old Sergio Valenzuela Jr. He died Tuesday in a crash on Roosevelt Avenue, just south of Southeast Military Drive. Witnesses told investigators the 26-year-old was in a silver car seen weaving in and out of lanes before he hit that red truck head on. The driver of the truck was not hurt. A passenger was taken to the hospital. No update on their condition.
A man now facing charges after he stole an ambulance last night. San Antonio police say the suspect had just been released from Downtown Baptist Medical Center on Dallas Street before he then hopped onto the seat of the driver's seat of the EMS truck, which had been left running. The hospital security staff saw it on camera. They saw him, he got into his own car and followed the truck. He told police at one point the suspect hit him with the ambulance door and threatened him with a knife. So he fired shots at the ambulance, hitting a back tire. He was arrested about a half mile away from on a charge of aggravated robbery.
It is a group designated to confront affordable housing and make affordable housing a reality in San Antonio. And this week, Mayor Ron Nirenberg expected to name new members of the Housing Commission.
And one person expected to be a part of it, former City Councilwoman Shirley Gonzalez. But not everyone thinks she's a good fit. As
Tiffany Huertas explains, a group of housing advocates protesting against the former councilwoman being part of it.
I moved here 4 years ago into a downtown apartment.
With her rent increasing, Maureen Galindo has no choice but to move out.
The land value has risen up so much. Investors from all over the country want this cheap land to them because everywhere else is so expensive.
This morning, Galindo joined a group of housing advocates in front of City Hall to voice their concerns about affordable housing in San Antonio.
When do we want it? Now!
This protest comes on the week Mayor Ron Nirenberg is expected to appoint members of the Housing Commission, which leads the city's housing strategies.
It's on us in the community.
Jessica Guerrero served on the Housing Commission for 3 years.
The people that need to be appointed to these boards are people who are recently and currently experiencing housing insecurity, who have been displaced, who have been evicted. When we heard the rumor that Shirley Gonzalez might be the incoming chair, we then saw a very clear direction away from what we had been working towards.
She doesn't believe former City Councilwoman Shirley Gonzalez is a good fit.
She has voted in several projects that do not support an affordable housing agenda in our city.
One of the projects Guerrero referred to was the controversial Friedrich Lofts project. The vacant building is being transformed into a 358-unit housing complex. 179 units will be for people earning either 60% or 80% of the area median income. Guerrero says it doesn't have enough affordable units. We attempted to reach out to Shirley Gonzalez, but were unable to get in contact with her. Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
There's a new face in the city's fight against COVID-19. Claude Jacobs, who was most recently head of the Cambridge Public Health Department in Massachusetts, began his new job earlier this month as the director of SA Metro Health. This morning, he sat down with the media to introduce himself and talk about his plans. Garrett Berger at that meeting where he unsurprisingly brought out the pandemic as a chief point of concern.
Jacobs called himself battle-tested when speaking to reporters this morning. As the city's obviously not done fighting COVID-19, that seems to be a good quality to have.
Numbers released yesterday and last week show COVID-19 cases are again on the rise in Bexar County. Jacobs' approach to the pandemic appears consistent with what local officials have already been saying, stressing the importance of vaccination and noting the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's recommendation for unvaccinated people to wear masks.
Again, there's no debate about wearing a seatbelt or around wearing a bike helmet. So we want to make it the same norm for folks, the expectation to wear a mask. There should not be a stigma with wearing a mask. So although there is not a mandate, we are recommending that folks continue to mask up, especially if they are immunocompromised.
Coming into Metro Health, I'm going to pose this one to Dr. Bridger.
For most of the pandemic, the former head of Metro Health, Assistant City Manager Colleen Bridger, had been the public face of the city's COVID-19 response. Her planned exit from the city was delayed last June by the surprise resignation of the last Metro Health director, Dawn Emmerich. But now that Bridger has finally left the city this past Monday, a year later than planned, that era is over. And it's definitively Jacobs at the helm now.
But there's more to public health than just the pandemic. Hear more about Jacobs' plans for Metro Health coming up at 6. I'm Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
Audible crossing signals are vital for pedestrians who are blind. The One West Side man says recent changes at one intersection making things more difficult for him. Samuel King joins us now. Samuel, he wants the old signals back.
Yeah, that's definitely true, Steve. We first talked to Roland Gomez back in 2016. That's when he sought to have audible pedestrian signals put in place at the intersection of West Commerce and North San Felipe on the west side. Those signals were later installed and were working fine until just a few weeks ago. That's when the city made upgrades at the intersection. Now he says the signals aren't always as loud and can even be hard to hear. Coming up at 6, what the changes meant for Gomez and how the city is planning to fix the situation. Just got an update on that. We'll give you that in just a moment. Here's a look at traffic this evening. Adam mentioned the rain. This is I-10 at Frio. Usually you can see the skyline in this view. The traffic there backed up, but heavy rain, so you want to be careful on the roads. A lot of red and green and yellow, meaning people are slowing down, not necessarily because of volume, but because of the traffic. That includes downtown, Highway 90, 35, I-10, all seeing some delays. Have a crash here, Loop 410 at Culebra, and that's showing slow down in the travel times there, 15 minutes between 151 and I-10. Again, back to TransGuide here. This is I-10 at Frio. Let's get another view. 410 at San Pedro. Slow down, take it easy while the rain is in the area, guys.
Thank you, Samuel. We use computers and phones almost every day, and all that screen time, it strains your eyes. Still ahead, why you should not put off your eye exam, even if your vision seems fine.
All right, check your pantry. Muffins that were sold in Walmart, 7-Eleven, and Stop & Shop being recalled over a listeria contamination. The recall includes various flavors sold under several name brands, including Uncle Wally's, The Worthy Crumb, Great Value, and Market Side. So far, no illnesses have been reported. The manufacturer Give & Go Prepared Foods Corporation says if you have these, throw them out. You can read more about the recall on FDA.gov.
From working at home, schooling from home, all those Zoom meetings at home, we've spent a lot of time in front of different screens, right? Now, eye doctors say all that took a toll on your eye health. 12 on your side's Marilyn Morris on the importance of getting an eye exam right now so the problems don't get worse later.
Since the start of the pandemic, adults have spent on average more than 13 hours a day staring at some type of tech screen, and that can be tough on your eyes.
Spending too many hours staring at a screen can cause dry and irritated eyes, and also eye fatigue. This occurs because you tend to blink less while staring at the blue light from a screen, and the movement of the screen makes your eyes work harder to focus.
Eye doctors say an exam can help detect these and other eye problems early when they're most treatable. An exam can detect not only vision issues, but cataracts, glaucoma, diabetic retinopathy, and age-related macular degeneration that could cause vision loss.
During a routine eye exam, your doctor will ask about your vision and general health, but also will test your vision and check your prescription.
They'll also examine the optic nerve and retina after dilating your eyes with drops. Even ordinary vision impairment may be linked to poorer memory and a greater risk of depression. Another reason not to neglect your eye health. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Live cam at this hour, and yes, this tells the story, at least near downtown and a lot of San Antonio. It was a big line of storms that came through right before we started this newscast.
And it was the second one today. We have a third one coming, Adam?
Yeah, we've got another batch that's gearing up to push into town, and there's a lot going on out there on the radar. Of course, you see that with the live cam, and that's near the airport, and that's where it's raining right now. So let's jump right into the radar, get just to the very latest. And you see across South and Central Texas some scattered activity that's been developing over the past several hours, past about 4 hours. And a lot of it now is focused on parts of San Antonio and surrounding counties and communities, of course. So here's another view of it. And you see the activity from Lavaca County through DeWitt County, Gonzales County, westward. Wilson, Atascosa especially getting soaked, and then you get into Frio County right along I-35 as well. I want to focus in, I'm going to be going all over the place here, but focus in on this heavy batch that's moving through San Antonio at about 30 miles per hour. Skies are dark, looks a little ominous, loud lightning, a little bit of thunder, but nothing severe here. You go on the south side, you just had the heavy rainfall. Now it's that light rain that's tapering off. For now, it looks like another batch is brewing though and headed our way from Atascosa County. You get to the west side along Highway 90 here west of I-35, Lackland northward, and that's where we still have some heavy rain lingering. This is the activity that's splash and dash. It rains really hard for maybe 15, 20 minutes, and then the sun comes out in between before another round comes. Closer to the leading edge, Castle Hills, about Churchill High School area, Blanco Road northward as well. And that leading edge is pushing to the north at about 30 miles per hour, which would put it at Randolph Air Force Base or Converse area. Well, basically right now, obviously it's moving in. Hollywood Park just momentarily. Bulverde at about 541, and Schertz, that's right on your doorstep. Canyon Lake, you could expect it a little closer to 6 p.m. Then we go southward. Here's this next batch that's moving northward, and that's likely to make it to Lavernia by about 528. You get to Natalia, 532. San Antonio, downtown San Antonio, at about 544. Alamo Heights at 551. Of course, this isn't going to look the same once it makes it here. It's going to modify a little bit in terms of its radar signature, but you get the idea. Coming up closer to 6 o'clock, we'll have a little bit more that's moving through town. So this is coming and going, splash and dash in nature. You go east of town, see them developing southern Lavaca County, pushing northward, some lightning and thunder, but again, nothing severe and nothing that's really sitting in one place long enough to cause any flooding issues. Sure, some ponding of the water on the roadways, and these will affect your outdoor plans and the evening commute through sunset, and I anticipate a few more after sunset as well. Here's the big picture. Upper level low, more favorably positioned today to generate more numerous showers and storms. Upper level high, though, big blue H, we haven't seen this for a little while. It's near Florida. That's going to be moving in starting tomorrow midday. So that's going to turn off our rain chances by tomorrow afternoon, lasting for several more days. It's also going to bring with it some Saharan dust. Right now it's over the southern Gulf and the Caribbean. That's going to get steered our way. And by midday tomorrow, you'll notice some extra haze in the sky. And that's going to last all the way through Saturday, but then thin out as we get into Sunday. Now let's talk temperatures. 79 at the airport. Of course, rain cooled air. You can see where it's been raining. 75 Rio Medina, 77 Converse, 82 in Comfort. A lot of 70s. That's because of the areas of rain. Del Rio, meanwhile, at 93, as you've got a lot of sunshine there. And Cotulla in the 70s now. We'll see those scattered showers become more few and far between after sunset. There will be a few, I think, later this evening and tonight after sunset, but not as numerous. It's the daytime heating from the sun that really gets these going. But I still can't rule out a stray shower for the morning commute tomorrow. We're talking a 20% chance, mid-70s, otherwise, by and large, a sunny Friday. Mid-90s, a little breezy, southeasterly wind at 10 to 20. And that 7-day looks more familiar for July around here. Mid-90s, a lot of sunshine this weekend, and that's about it.
Wow. Back to summer. Thank you.
All right, let's head to California now. It's raining here. Greg, I'm guessing
Not
California
there.
looked nice and sunny today.
Yeah.
It's beautiful weather, beautiful temperatures, another beautiful day, and that, you know what that means? It's the first practice of the Cowboys training camp. We'll get that in for you when we come back. And also, Zeke speaks for the very first time this off-season coming up.
Camping with KSAT, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our live coverage of the Dallas Cowboys training camp here in Oxnard, California. And what a day. It is the first day of practice, and we could hardly wait. It's also the birthday of star running back Ezekiel Elliott, who turns 26 today, looking for a bounce-back season after he had the worst one of his career last year. Besides only averaging 4 yards a carry, he also fumbled the ball 5 times and lost 4. But following a great offseason, Zeke looks to be ready to make amends for that with a healthy offensive line and quarterback. His first press conference of training camp, Mike McCarthy was asked about his star running back and getting him back on track.
He does so much more than just run the football for us. So he's a magnet full of energy. It's his birthday today, so we're having fun with that. But he's got so much natural leadership just in the way he goes about his business. So the production on the field is not a concern of mine. The production will be there.
The Cowboys holding their first practice of the 2021 training camp. Afterwards, Ezekiel Elliott spoke to us for the first time this offseason after only picking up 979 yards in 15 games. That's even lower than the season. He was suspended for 6 games where he's able to rush for 983 yards. But Zeke tells us his number one priority this season is protecting the football.
You know, when you carry the ball, you're kind of carrying the whole hope of the whole team, the whole organization, the whole fan base, and coughing it up and giving it to other team, you're letting everyone down. So, I think that's the number one thing. Guys in this league are getting great at tackling the football, but, that's not an excuse either. It's my job to make sure I don't fumble it. So, just got to focus on that every day in practice, every day in training, and just continue to work hard at it and fix it.
Mari Cooper will not be able to start training camp at full speed. He's one of 7 players who start 2021 training camp on the PUP list. That's the physically unable to perform. It's after the Cowboys' $100 million man had an offseason surgery on his ankle and missed all of the offseason workouts so far. Head coach Mike McCarthy doesn't seem to be too concerned about it. Here's the rest of the players on that list: T.J. Vasher, DeMarcus Lawrence, Tristan Hill, Chauncey Golston, Mitch Hyatt, and kicker Greg Zuerlein. Coming up at 6 o'clock tonight, more from Ezekiel Elliott. Live from training camp in California, Greg Simmons, KSAT 12 Sports.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
We'll be right back.
Here's another look at radar. You see fairly numerous showers and heavy downpours out there, especially along I-35 south of San Antonio, but also on the north side of town now. This is moving into the Stone Oak area. It's moving through Castle Hills as we speak, and that's going to be in Bulverde probably within the next 25 to 30 minutes. And then we've got another batch. So I know you have a break in the action in the south side of town now, but here comes another batch moving in from Atascosa and neighboring counties. And this is, of course, causing some wet roadways out there, Sam.
Yeah, Adam, this is 35 at Zarzamora. This is a southbound camera, but that crash there you see, jackknife semi in the northbound lanes there. Another fire truck just navigated around that just to get assist there on the scene. So that is causing a little bit of a backup here, and we'll keep an eye on it throughout the evening, guys.
Thanks for watching the news at 5.
See you at 6.